Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you to everybody who's watched the first pod and supported it and gave me feedback. It was very surprising how many people enjoyed it and listened and like laughed and thought it was entertaining. And looking forward to keeping that going and getting people on here and stuff. And with that being said, want to say, got my first guest. It's my buddy from high school, Jake REPAVICH. He was a pitcher. He ended up going to GCU and did amazing things there. Became a weekend starter. He's actually finished his season, his program as the leader in strikeouts and tied tied for wins when they became D1. And he's also a bronze medalist in the Junior Olympics. So, fun fact. So this guy was just a baller. He also played some independent ball, try to make it, and yeah, I think that's what we'll talk about with him. And excited you guys hear his story. His like we'll probably talk about faith. We'll talk about everything, and really excited for you guys to tune in on this because great guy, great family, comes from a great family. Parents are amazing. Like took me in as like one of their own, and I have nothing like. Mom is amazing, such a sweet lady. Dad is open arm, just like a great guy, like just a great man. When you think of a great man, you think of his dad, and it's just I'm excited to have him on and share my connection with him to you guys. And if you guys like follow, and so I got the mic holder, and since he was a pitcher, I thought it would be creative to paintbrush. Got to paint the corners. So hope you guys enjoy it. Look forward to you guys listening to the pod. Please give me feedback on this one too. So thank you. We're live. Let's go. Let's get it going. All right, this is my buddy Rep. Stud used to be washed up stud pitcher.
Been washed up for a long time.
From GCU. Like I explained in the video, you guys know that already, or the intro, you guys know that already. But yeah, we're gonna get going and start talking. What do you think of the paintbrushes?
Ready to go.
See,
I like
thoughtful,
it.
right?
I like
Thoughtful.
it. I like it.
This is what
This dude's prepared.
painting. You know what? I've never faced you though. Like even in like
Nope.
high school, I don't think I've ever faced you.
Nope. No.
Yeah.
I don't know that would have
Would
gone
it?
too well.
Yeah, I don't.
I probably would have thrown at you.
Yeah. No, I don't think I would have hit you. I didn't hit too well against lefties, but no, but yeah, let's just talk about your story. Like who do you feel
Yeah.
like what people should know or what not?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, gosh, I played baseball my whole life. Let's see now. Let's start here. Got a beautiful wife, Maddie. Two awesome, amazing boys, Brooks and Cal. Brooks is 4, Cal's 1. Um, just bought our first house a couple of years ago. We're both working over at CCV. I'm on the construction team over there, and she's in the Stars Ministry running their soccer program. So, um, yeah, we met in college. So, Ponch and I played high school ball together. I went off to GCU. Um, Played 4 years there under Coach Stankwich. 3 of those years we were playoff ineligible. We were still transitioning into Division One, but that's where I met Maddie when I was a junior. She was a freshman. Met in the training room. Actually, it was kind of a setup thing. Or my catcher Josh and his now wife Mila. Mila played with Maddie. I obviously played with Josh and they played matchmaker for us. So
Nice.
yeah, yeah. I was a nervous wreck. I'm sure she'll tell the story, but
Oh
we
yeah.
ended up meeting, going to our first date was at Churn Ice Cream. We stayed there till about 4 o'clock in the morning talking, and then I was in the weight room by 5. So it was that
Worked
was a
out
rough
perfect.
one. Yeah, that was a rough one, but would do it all over again. So that's
Yeah.
I mean that's a little bit. Like,
Yeah,
just
and
the
dude, I
basics.
just gotta say, dude, your wife, great person.
She's awesome. I
No,
love
she's
her.
awesome.
Yeah.
And then like spoiler alert, she's gonna be on the pod. So be
Go.
ready for that. That's gonna be a good one. That might
Mother's
be
Day episode.
Mother's Day
Let's go.
episode, but that one I feel like is gonna get deep and I think there might be some like tear shed. I'm not gonna lie.
I hope
Yeah, and
it's.
like they'll be I think that one's gonna be a good one. I'm
She's
actually
not
really
afraid to share
excited.
her testimony, and
Uh huh.
she's got some
Mm-hmm.
wild stories. But she's amazing, love of my life. And truly, I believe that's why I even had a lick of talent on a baseball field was
Mm-hmm.
to orchestrate that. I don't see it any other way.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I outkicked my coverage there
Yeah.
for sure. She's awesome.
Yeah. No. But yeah, with the title of the podcast being "Washed Up," and I
Mm-hmm.
know you're a man of faith deeply,
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of like what am I gonna say? Like with that, did that help you transition into just everyday life, like done with sports, not an athlete, with taking that identity away,
Yeah,
like not being a Christian student athlete,
yeah.
just being not even a Christian athlete anymore,
Mm-hmm.
just a Christian.
Yeah, I feel like I mean, man, my faith walk, especially back then when I was playing, was all over the place. I mean, I look back on it now and I think, um, I don't know, maybe I'm a little too cynical, but um, I was doing everything for me. I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
doing it for anybody else. Really wasn't even thinking bigger picture either. It was just I had a ton of fun doing it. It was what I'd been basically identified as like my whole life. And so I came to know Jesus early on. I mean, I was grew up in church. My parents are they're amazing parents. They had us involved early, and obviously my dad is like the rock when it comes um, to sharing like Jesus with me and just
Mm-hmm.
being a great example as a dad and constantly serving and putting other people before himself. Like he's the perfect example of that. But um, yeah, dude, when I got to college, it was like honestly, it was like freedom. Like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I'm gonna go do whatever
Well,
I
yeah,
want,
well
and
that I feel like it's honestly everybody. Even if like
yeah,
it's like yeah, you're known as like your parents' kids, you're always around them. You go home to them, and then it's like yeah, you get that freedom. It's like all right, now it's time to find who I truly am.
yep. And I think that's where I fell flat on my face. Is I walked out and like everything was based off like my mood was based off of how I played, or
Uh-huh.
a lot of decisions that I made were based on like what's the team doing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go do what the team's doing, or it was just this constant like grind, which is
Mm-hmm.
good. I mean, it's good to work hard and it's good to chase after something. And I certainly learned a ton of things, but I just think looking back, like, um, you know, I don't know that I professed my faith back then like I do now. So that's a whole different,
Mm-hmm.
um, it's a whole different way of like thinking about it. Now, we did some awesome stuff, especially at GCU and I did 2 years in indie ball in the Frontier League, and we'll get to that. But the mainly at GCU, like it was really good. We had an awesome team chaplain,
Mm-hmm.
Brian Beltramo. He married Maddie and I.
Yeah.
Awesome dude.
Yeah.
Um, at the time worked for FCA. He's in his own ministry now, but so he got me plugged into FCA. We did a bunch of FCA camps and met on a every Wednesday night for years and years and years, which is great. But quite frankly, those first 2 years of college were like it was all about Jake. It was all about like what I wanted to do, and
Mm-hmm.
um, it had to work well for me, and it had to be convenient
Yeah.
for me.
And I know you're
So
saying that because like I know you all like your family raised you right. Like you're saying it was all about me, but like also in the back of your mind, yeah, it is for God.
mhm.
Like you're saying that and you're kind of viewing it like how you viewed it now.
Yeah,
But I think also in that time you were doing it for God, and I
for
think
sure.
I think college also like does test your faith,
Yeah.
and it's like just like me, it's just like
Hmm.
I was deep in the Word at one point. I was doing youth ministry,
Hmm.
and like even in that doing that and like knowing it's true, like you get lost in the world. You
Yeah.
get lost in worldly things so easily.
Yeah. God's got some mysterious ways of like teaching you lessons too.
Uh
So
huh.
I feel like I feel like those first 2 years, he almost like gave me enough rope to hang myself with it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like, hey, you want to go do something for you? Okay, fine. It ain't gonna work out well for you,
Yeah.
And not like baseball went great, like I worked my way into the rotation my freshman year, never left it till I left, or until I graduated. We played a lot of great teams, and
Mm-hmm.
Met a lot of great friends. Like I have
Yeah.
some lifelong buddies that I still talk to, and will for a long time. Um, Now they're starting to have some kids too, so it's kind of cool getting the boys together, like Josh and Mila, their son Eli, and our son Brooks. They jive. They're basically brothers now.
Yeah.
Um, so I just say that only because I think I could have done a lot more those first 2 years in terms of like professing my faith and getting out of my comfort zone, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe not making some decisions that I did, but at the same time, like I learned those lessons, and
Yeah.
I met Maddie my beginning of part of my junior year, and we had just come off that summer league. I went to the Northwoods. We won the championship there, so that was like an all time high.
That's
Like
a
that
high.
was
Yeah.
unbelievable. Yeah, you go stay with a host family, and you literally wake up, you play
Uh-huh.
golf, go to the weight room, play baseball, do it
Mm-hmm.
over and over and over again
Yeah.
for 3 months.
So like when winning that, it's kind of like because like that's an accomplishment. You say
Mm-hmm.
that's probably your like even your
It
GCU
was fun. Yeah.
whack range like that one is above those ones. And
Yeah, yeah, it's up
you,
there. I mean, the WAC championships were awesome because it was a different group of dudes because
yeah,
all those dudes were there to with one goal in mind, and that was to establish the program. We knew
yeah,
we couldn't go to Omaha. Like it was
uh-huh,
literally impossible. Like regular season ends, your season's over. We could win
yeah,
every game. It doesn't matter. So for those first 3 years, it was a bunch of dudes that honestly, they probably could have gone to some bigger and better
mm-hmm,
schools, and it just didn't work out. Some dudes were like they were just hardworking dudes. They may
yeah,
not have had like all the natural ability or
mm-hmm.
whatever you want to call it nowadays, um, but they were just there to play ball,
How
and
do you think you
everybody
guys would have
worked.
done if you guys would have gotten to into like the super regionals or Omaha?
I think we would have got our teeth kicked in, but I mean,
But you got to have that attitude. It's like
yeah.
let's show them what they're missing out on.
Oh, for sure, for
Yeah.
sure. I think like I remember a handful of games. We went to Tennessee and won 2 out of 3 there. We swept Texas Tech. Um, Later in that was earlier on when we were ineligible. Later in my junior senior year, topped U of A.
Mm-hmm.
Never got to play ASU.
I
Unfortunately,
know. Well,
I
at
really
first
wanted
they
to
were
play
being
ASU.
weird.
I
At
know
first they were saying like, "Oh, we won't play them
they didn't want to give us the time of day, which I
they were
totally
like a
get.
profit school. You guys are
Yeah,
a
we
profit
were
school,
nonprofit
bro. Yeah,
or for
no, you guys are
profit.
for
Yeah,
profit, and then they're like, "Oh, we don't believe," and it's
yeah.
like,
Yep.
dude, okay, you're starting another straight. It's like it's not like ASU isn't known for having
Yeah.
millions, billions of
Oh,
dollars.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, and Stankiewicz was the reason we got all those connections
Mm-hmm.
and played those teams just because he's one of the best coaches
And
in the
also
nation.
that too. It's like when did you know GCU?
Oh, dude, GC wasn't even on my
I didn't even know
radar.
that was a school until I got to high school.
No, I heard about GCU. Gosh, it was like my sophomore junior year of high
Uh
school,
huh.
and I only heard about it because my cousin was going to go there. She's a couple
Yeah,
years older than
but
me.
you never heard of like I never heard of the school prior to being in high
Never heard
school.
of it. And so it was kind of between her and like I heard she was going there. And I'm like, oh, that's cool,
Uh
awesome,
huh.
congratulations. Didn't think much of it.
Yeah.
Then my dad started talking to me a little bit about it. No, I had these massive dreams. Like
Yeah.
this is so it's crazy to even think that I thought this was a thing. But like Stanford, I was dead set on Stanford. Like never had the
Yeah.
grades for that. Like no, I wasn't even close. I'm riding like the 3.4, 3.5, 3.6, whatever I ended up getting, and but like went to the Stanford camps and whatever. Like I thought it was
Uh
a big
huh.
deal, but I did get some offers from University of Utah, um, New Mexico. Got some looks from U of A. Never got an offer from them.
And that's the thing being from like I explained it in my first
Just
pod. It's
Tucson,
just like
yeah,
Tucson got you're like I'm in your backyard
yo, yeah,
and I ball
yeah,
out. It's
yeah.
like how are you not
They love their boys from Phoenix. I don't.
or Phoenix,
I totally understand
Cali,
why.
or
Like
even
there's some raw
ASU. It's
talent.
like ASU, yeah. It's
Yeah.
and I think he being an Arizona guy, like now, like baseball wise, you only got three spots to go to:
Mm-hmm.
GCU, U of A, and then football. You got NAU, U of A,
Mm-hmm.
and then now that they pulled the JUCO programs too, it's like
Yep.
it's even less.
Yep.
And like now you got those NAIA schools, but like when you're in high school,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, it's
They
D1 or
can't even give
bust.
scholarship money either, too,
Yeah.
which is kind of weird. But so yeah, I had a handful of schools, and I was talking to a bunch of guys, and my my dad and mom, like they helped a ton just with all the communication with that, and also with my club coach Vic with 520. He was
Uh-huh.
amazing. Love that guy. Just helped me navigate like that whole process, and
Mm-hmm.
so I was living like all the best parts of it or whatever. Like getting those calls is like it feels good. I'm
Dude,
not
it's
gonna lie, like it feels
amazing.
good.
You're like, oh,
Um,
somebody actually like thinks I'm good.
like damn, this dude like saw me and like actually wants to have a conversation. I remember the first call I got was from Dartmouth, which is an Ivy League school,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, who the heck is Dartmouth? I don't even know where Dartmouth is,
Yeah.
whatever. But I had talked to the coach, and it was a good conversation. And as soon as he found out, I didn't have like a 4.7 GPA. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, like,
So
yeah, I
yeah,
can't do much.
whatever. I'm
Yeah.
good. But yeah, so I was real close to signing with the University of Utah. Went on my official visit. Everything went well. They were going to throw me a little scholarship money. I don't remember exactly what it was, but nothing crazy. But
Uh-huh.
got a little bit of a ride, and so I kind of left. I left off with their head coach and their pitching coach with, "Hey, I want to take some time to like pray about this. I want to talk
Mm-hmm.
to my family, whatever." And they were like, "Absolutely, do what do what you got to do. Give us a call back. We'll
Mm-hmm.
talk then." Okay, sounds good. Well, I ended up going on a cruise with my family, so
Uh-huh.
I'm gone, phones off, like don't have service.
Yeah.
7 days. I get back to the airport in Florida. I got a voicemail from Utah, and they're like, "Hey, man, so we had to take your money away. Like, we don't have an offer for you. If you'd like to walk on, you can come walk on. But we didn't hear back from you in time, and we had to give it to somebody else."
Yeah. And you're like, my hands
And
like
I'm
it's
like,
hot.
"What the heck?" So I
Yeah.
went from like I've got all these schools, and I'm going to be Pac-12. Like that was a big deal back then.
Yeah.
It's Pac-12 baseball.
Power five, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. And they were a solid school, phenomenal staff. Like I've got nothing against them, and it's all business. Like it goes
Mm-hmm.
like that sometimes. But my like 17-year-old brain, I'm like, well, what am I
It's
gonna do? Like,
devastating. Well, like that's I kind of had like a similar experience my senior year. Like
yeah,
it was either to go to play base. Like I was like literally coin flip. Like I'm either gonna play U of A football or I'm gonna go
mm-hmm.
to Cochise to play baseball.
Yep,
And at the
I
time,
remember.
Cochise was legit. Like
Cochise
Cochise
is
was like ranking it
ridiculous
like
back
top
then.
five nationwide. And I'm just like,
Yes.
and they were giving me I think like 80% scholarship. So it's like I
Yeah.
don't really have to pay anything.
Oh yeah, you're
And
chilling.
then I know it's out there in Douglas, but if you're gonna play good ball, and so I was like kind of dragging my feet with the coach. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, give me a week,
Yeah.
and then so a week came, and I was gonna commit to him, so I called him like the day I'll tell him like where I'm going,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, yeah, like we gave your scholarship away, like I was like, yeah, it
Yep.
looks like I'm playing football.
Cool. I'm gonna go play some football.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
no, but it
So like
does
it
suck
all
because
hit
you're
the
like,
fan, dude, and it
yeah,
was kind of weird how, like I said, like God just works in such amazing ways, and you can never really see what it is till you look back. And so I was standing on the panic button,
uh
like
huh,
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I guess I'm going to JUCO, or I'm gonna
yeah,
figure this out somewhere small and see what happens. Um, and like a couple of days later, I got a call from Coach Chode over at GCU and Stankiewicz, and they're like, "Hey man, we need you to come in. We want to talk. Let's show you the campus.
mm-hmm.
All those sorts of things." I don't know that it was like a official visit per se or whatever, but ended up talking to them. Fell in love with it right away.
It's a beautiful game. Well, they were still building at the time,
Yeah,
but
we
it's
we
like
had the old
now.
stadium. It was actually kind of funny. We had ASU's old grandstands. That's why they're all yellow
Oh
back in
yeah,
the day. So for those first 3 years on the old stadium, we played in that, and then my senior year, I got into the what it is now, all
yeah,
blown up and
it's
massive.
sick. The whole campus
Um,
is like
but yeah, I just
dope.
had like such an overwhelming sense of peace talking to Coach Stank, and um, I just knew like this is where I
Mm-hmm.
needed to be. I didn't really know why. Um, and I ended up talking to my dad again about it, and he goes, do you realize who Andy Stankiewicz is?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I think so. I'm a big." He's like,
But not really. Not
"Yeah,
no. Yeah.
New York Yankees infielder, played for a long, long time. Like unbelievable coach. Was at ASU for a while. Walked away. Is now at USC. They're top 25, I think, in the
Yeah.
nation right now.
Mm-hmm.
USC hasn't been in a while, so he's really turned that program around. And so he was just such a. I love the old schoolness about him. But he just had like a genuine affection for his dudes, and
Yeah.
took care of his guys the right
And you can
way.
tell. you
Yeah.
tell like in a coach when they actually care about you, or
Yeah.
other than like I'm here to
Hmm.
make like I think I'm the best coach and like this is like how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was kind of hungry too. Like I loved the idea of, and I'll never forget this. Like one of the things Stank said after I had signed, he was like, um, every one of these dudes on this roster has a chip on their shoulder. Like they could have gone somewhere else,
Uh
or
huh.
something fell through, or whatever. I don't think I had like a massive falling out. Like that happens all the time, like
Yeah.
with Utah and that whole situation. But I was hungry. I was like,
Yeah.
no, I believe you know, I'm gonna come in and do some damage here and do some fun things. And so I was so focused on that. Um, that Maddie and I, like our junior year, like we started dating, and things got real
Uh
really
huh.
fast. Like,
Well, that's
um,
actually where I want to go too, is because
okay,
you guys got like married right before your senior year, right? Or like right before your.
I had graduated. She
But did
graduated in 3 years, so she had one more
oh, so it
year
was one more. So
when we
she,
were
but you
married.
were done with ball right before.
Yeah, so my senior
Yeah.
year in the fall, went through some elbow
Uh
problems.
huh.
Didn't need like surgery or anything. They gave me the option, like, hey, you can go get Tommy
Yeah.
John, red shirt,
So that was after your senior year at GCU,
going into my
going
senior
into
year.
your
Yeah,
senior year.
so
Okay.
it was that fall, before the regular season, and it was a slew of things. Like I did have a partial tear in my UCL. I had some bone spurs in the back of my elbow, and it was I also had like
Uh
a
huh.
flexor strain. Like all of this in here was just all tightened up.
So
Like I
like
was
for
kind of
those people who
stuck.
like don't know what that feels like, what is that like? Because it's like you're able to you know what it feels like to like give it all you got and feel healthy. So
Yeah,
with that like lingering without pre surgery, what does that feel like?
yeah. It's weird. It doesn't like hurt all the time. It hurts obviously when
It's
you
here
throw,
and there.
but
Yeah.
it's kind of like it's kind of like you just don't have any like real strength
Mm-hmm.
anymore. It's just you feel like you're kind of just
It's
like
like you're used
there's
to
just
like that
nothing
V.
there.
You're used to that V10,
I'm used to like
and
a
then now you're
snap
like in a
and
little.
like a
Now you're in like a
yeah,
V6, and you're
and I
just
just
like
feel
it's
slow.
not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything just feels slow. So saw a handful of doctors, went and saw the Diamondbacks guy, and a couple of PTs, and like we got it sorted out, but I wasn't able to get cleared until, gosh, let's see. Um, it was the first midweek series. We played Washington
Oh.
State at GCU. Um, and they were like, "Hey, this is nothing serious. Like you're gonna throw 2 innings. You're on pitch count.
Yeah.
Don't take anything, too seriously. Like this is just it's a
Yeah.
rehab start, if you will. Like it's a midweek non-conference. Nobody cares."
Mm-hmm.
Um, and got banged up a little bit, and I was like, "Uh oh, here
Yeah.
we go."
So during that time, where was your mentality at? Were you like senior year, like this is not supposed to be happening? I'm supposed to be
Oh, dude,
dicing
yeah, I
up,
was
like
scared. Honestly,
yeah,
if I were to be totally transparent, like I was really nervous because um, went through my junior year talking to a handful of scouts,
yeah.
not a ton, and nothing. It wasn't even
But it's
anything
something where it's
serious,
like,
but
oh,
like
this could
I might
happen.
get picked up,
Like
like
where you're like, yeah, this might
way late in
happen.
the draft or sign as a
Uh
free
huh.
agent or something like that. After my senior year, like
Uh
I knew
huh.
I was going to make a
And
ton
then
of
at the
money
time,
or
you're
go
just like, I
high.
just need a shot.
Yeah,
Like
I just need my foot in the doorway
yeah.
and see what
Uh-huh.
happens. And yeah, so the first half of my senior year was rocky. Like I think I was in the 6 or 7 ERA range. Like I
Uh-huh.
was getting hit, walking the house. Like I wasn't myself. Wasn't trying to be somebody I wasn't. Like I was
Mm-hmm.
um, trying to throw really hard. Not really focusing on what I was good at, like
Mm-hmm.
into my game. Because I thought like, okay, I've got a handful of tools. I've got some things, but I didn't get drafted with that. So if I take
Yeah.
those tools, I start throwing a little bit harder. I start punching some more guys out. Start getting later into games, that sort of thing. Maybe the scouts will see, and that was like all I was focused on. Completely lost focus on like what was right in front of me, which was just the the routine and the day
Mm-hmm.
in day out. And um, the main problem was um, I held on to it myself. I never relinquished an ounce of it over to the Lord.
Uh-huh.
I don't know that. I mean, I prayed over it. Like, don't get me wrong. I sought some wisdom from some guys I really love and trust, and um, but never actually let go and just went, okay, God, if this is how you got this going, no problem. Like it was
Mm-hmm.
like, no, you can't take this from me. Like, this is my shot. This is what I've got. I've done all the work. I
Yeah.
deserve this. And it was such a
Yeah.
selfish mindset.
And then so after your senior year, you don't get drafted.
Don't get drafted.
And then you're
Listen
like,
to the
fuck.
whole draft too, and just
Yeah.
waiting. Sat by my phone. I was at Maddie's parents' house, sitting on the couch, and obviously I didn't pay a lick of attention to the first 2 days or whatever
Yeah.
it was. I knew I was going if
you were
anything
going,
happened.
yeah.
Like, they didn't even broadcast anymore. It was
Mhm.
literally like a radio or like a
Or like the
web link or something. You
yeah.
could like listen to the draft calls, and yeah, went on drafted, and there was like a little bit of a sense of disbelief. Like, there's no way I didn't.
Yeah.
Um, but looking back now, like, who would have? It
Yeah,
doesn't make
guys.
like, let's draft a Saturday guy from a mid major that has
And what were you like topping out at
400
at the
something
time?
innings on his arm, and like, yeah, let's throw him 10 grand so we can inherit a $100,000 surgery or whatever it costs.
Yeah.
To get
Like
crap
money
done.
wise, like business wise,
Like,
it
why
doesn't
would they
make
do
yeah.
that? Yeah.
And then like what how hard were you throwing at the time too?
I was low nines.
Low nines.
Yeah, low nines.
Which is
back
like
then.
solid from the left side. Like
Yeah.
they
I
kinda
sunked
get
the ball a lot. I moved it, and
yeah.
all of that was good. I mean, in my head, I thought I threw 98.
Yeah.
Like, that's
But then you
the
guys then you
mentality.
see a dude a lefty that throws 98 from the left side and you're like,
That's
this
no
is
joke.
fucking
Yeah.
unreal.
Yeah, it's no joke.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I think
So then you go indie. Like, how did that work? How did you had an
Yeah.
agent and then they're like, hey, there's this shot. This is the best opportunity for you,
Yeah.
and like he understands where your dreams are and what you're trying to accomplish. So
Yeah.
an agent kind of helps.
There
you
was a
find
couple of steps between college and getting into the Frontier League, but so I graduated in whatever April or May of that year. Got married that December.
that.
That summer, stayed on my father-in-law's couch and drove up, or ended up landing a spot to go play in Palm Springs. Palm Springs Power. I think it was like a college summer league or something like that. And it was rough. I mean, yeah, that team was it was interesting. I don't know how else to put it other than it was just it kind of just felt out of place. Like,
Like grittier.
I'm like, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
Like, this is crazy. Like, I should be, going into spring training or fall training or rookie ball, whatever was the next thing. And again, I still had that like the drive. I think that would be like a positive way to put it, but also that like expectation that I'm gonna be here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put myself there, and it just didn't. Like, it was fun. Don't get me wrong. Like, if we stayed with a bunch of buddies in a house and pitched for I think like a month out there before I got a call from the Crushers in Avon, Ohio. Their head coach Cam Roth gave me a call and was like, "Hey, I really want you to come on out." They were like a third of the way through their season by then, so I got like the majority of the year out there. But again, just went in there with like, okay, this is a temporary team. Like, I'm not going to be here long.
But a lot of like guys that are trying to make it to the league, especially the guys that aren't from America, they just do whatever. Like, they go to Puerto Rico, they're playing in like empty stadiums, like playing against dudes that are legit as hell. Like Markey played in Puerto Rico, and
it's no joke.
It's no joke.
Yeah,
he's like,
no joke.
He's cutting to make money because he had a baby, cutting hair in the bathroom. Like, and then these guys are like lying about their age. They're like 35, and they're like, "Oh, I'm 28."
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, the Frontier League was pretty wild. I mean, number one, that was really hard on our marriage. We're newlyweds and figuring out how with
the pressure of oh, I'm a husband now. I need
I mean, yeah, it's for sure. There was some pressure on me, but like, Maddie is, again, she's just unbelievable. But her whole thing with me is she just kept telling me, like, I'm never going to tell you when to quit. Like, you're going to do this as long as you decide to do this, and we'll figure this out.
Yeah.
And so she ended up picking up, I think, 3 jobs while going to school, just to provide for us.
And and that's like the stories they always tell you, like when you see the guy on TV, it's like, oh, his wife, like Conor McGregor, his wife worked 3 jobs and did this, and like now, and it's like you're like striving for that. It's like, oh, I'm gonna make her look good for believing me, and it's like, there's that sense of we'll never say it out loud, but it's like a sense of failure that it didn't happen that way. But like at the end of the day, you still got a lovely wife. Like,
Yeah.
and she's still there and she's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but there's that moment where it clicks. Like, damn, I'm washed up. Like it's not gonna happen.
Yep.
And when was that moment for
Oh
you? It's
gosh, that
like,
wasn't even until year two. I was
uh
stubborn.
huh,
Yeah, I was stubborn. I really thought it was going to work out, and I gave it all I had to. Like, I picked up a couple new programs and was lifting like crazy, like trying to get crazy healthy, and started throwing harder. Started getting lasting longer in games, and finished my first season really well out there. Came home, worked out like crazy. I did baseball lessons on the side, like
yeah.
whatever. I
Well,
really
that what
wasn't bringing in much, but
every guy that's trying to make it does.
sure,
Yeah,
yeah,
make a little extra coin.
yep. So did that, and then rolled into my second season, and and again, like the Frontier League is kind of wild because they'll literally sign a dude who got like cut from AAA, and he'll
Uh,
just roll in, and he's unbelievable,
yeah, like
Um,
the levels of competition is
oh yeah,
insane.
and so we got some horses that second year. Like we were good, um, and it was a close team too. Like given that situation, like you're competing just as much as against the guys in the other dugout than you are the dude like right
Uh
next to
huh.
you. So so it can be pretty cutthroat, but it was a good group of dudes. I had a lot of fun, but I had a rough start to that second year. Like didn't do great.
Yeah.
Um, got put in back in the bullpen, and it just kind of like slowly was like it just felt like it was just getting pulled away,
Uh
pulled away,
huh.
pulled away. Um, and man, it was so hard. Like I remember seeing like my first check from them was $567, I think, like for the 2 week period or something. And and again, I'm gonna keep promoting Maddie because she's just awesome. But immediately she pushed us to tithe. We tithe everything. Like
Yeah.
every income we
Yeah.
get,
ten
we tithe
percent.
it. 10% goes back to the church. Um, and that truly like that put in place like a muscle memory thing for us that it's
Uh
just what
huh.
we do. Because tithing that whatever $56.70, that felt like more than we tithe right now. We're both making
Yeah.
decent money
Decent
right
money.
now.
Yeah.
Like we're doing good. um and so and now it feels like nothing. It's just like, well, it was never ours. Heck, we
Yeah.
just sent it away. So again, like a lot of good lessons to be learned out there, a lot of humbling, a lot of um, basically like, yeah, you're washed up, like you're not as good as you think you
Uh
are.
huh.
There's a bunch of
So
other dudes out here.
what was that moment? Was it like you woke up one day? It's like, yeah, this is
No,
not for me.
no, I actually had we were headed into the All-Star break. We had one more series, I think. River City, we're on the road, had a doubleheader on a Saturday. I believe it was a Saturday. And so I had game one, um, and got back in the rotation. Started game one. Had some family in town, so I was pretty pumped to see them. Like you don't get to see
Yeah.
that many people out in the
Mm-hmm.
Midwest where we're from down here. It was actually James and Misty. They
Yeah.
and her daughter, their daughter Claire, they all came out to watch us play, and um, it was great. Went to lunch with them before the game. Like I felt really good. Body felt good. Arm felt good. River City was kind of towards the bottom of the
Uh huh.
standings at the time. They weren't very good, and I think I ended up surviving like 2 innings. I gave up
Uh,
nine,
I think you remember you
and
said like I was like, oh, I'm gonna deal. Like you had that attitude
I
going.
had the
It's like
feeling
I'm
like
gonna
this
just
is a good
this is
day.
gonna be a
Like this is gonna
walk in
be
the
good.
park.
Yep. And like I've got some people here. I
Uh huh.
know. I know there's some scouts here. Like this is good. Like I'm progressing. I'm coming out of the first half like slump a
Yeah.
little bit, and just got absolutely wrecked. Like walked the house. Everything fell apart. I think I gave up a bomb to the same guy in the same inning.
Uh
I
huh.
don't know if anybody else can say that. Like that's hard to do. Um, and I get yanked, and I got back to the dugout, and I just had probably the most like rage I've ever had. Just because I had these like expectations for how
Uh
this
huh.
was supposed to go. Like I've got it all figured out. I don't
Yeah.
I don't need God. I don't need not that I don't need God, but I don't like I'm in
It
control
wasn't.
of
It
this.
wasn't the at the front of your mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I wasn't approaching it well, and so I was frustrated. And so for the second game, either way, I would have been up in the stands on the radar gun because
Yeah. That's
whatever
what
the
you
starter
do.
from the game before goes
That's
to
what
the
you do.
stands, so you go
Yeah.
chart. And so James sat next to me for that whole second game. I don't think we said a word to each other for 9 innings. He gave me a big hug and he said, "Hey man, I love you." Um, and like this will totally pass. Like you won't do this anymore one day, and there are way better things to life than chasing a little white ball around a
Uh-huh.
AstroTurf field. And I think that kind of got the ball rolling. And so by the time I showered, we get back, get changed, we get back on the bus. I had um, I had like no passion for the game anymore. It was completely gone.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember calling Maddie. I got a little emotional because I was like, I don't know what this is. This is kind of scaring me a little bit. But like, if I came home right now, like, I'd be totally good with that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm good here.
You gotta
Like,
think you
I'm
miss her
good
too.
hanging this up. Oh yeah, I miss her
Yeah.
so much. I mean, and I feel terrible. She's like grinding at home, going through
Uh-huh.
school and working all those jobs and just trying to basically make ends meet.
Yeah.
Um, and where like 8 months prior to that, like I literally made a vow,
Uh-huh.
to her to like provide for her, to love her, to do
Yeah. To be
everything,
there for her
to
and
be
you're
there
not
for
there. Yeah.
her. And here I am, chasing a fairy tale dream,
Uh-huh.
for $500 a month or whatever it was. And um, so we end up, I get, and she answers the phone, and I go, "Hey, like I'm done. I have no passion for this anymore." Um, I'm half debating like when we get home, like I'm gonna back to the stadium, get all our stuff
Uh-huh.
unloaded, like call a meeting with the coach and just
Yeah.
call it right there. And so we talked for a while, and she got really emotional too. Like she was sad, but at the same
Uh-huh.
time, she was like, "Jake, I've been praying for this to go the way that it did." And I was like, "What do you mean? Like I just got shelled out there? Like
Yeah.
seriously, you were praying?" And she goes, "No, no, no, not at all. I was just praying that God would take the passion from you. I was never going to tell you, like,
Uh-huh.
hey, you need to be done. Like you needed to get there
Like she saw
yourself.
it before you did. Yeah.
You got to get there yourself, and then when you do, pray that
Uh-huh.
act on it." And so she was actually really relieved. um and so I just went with the feeling that God had sent me that night. And I talked to the coach, and I just told him like, "Hey, I made a commitment to you for the season. I'm going to finish out the season if you'll have me. um but after this, like,
Uh-huh.
I'm not coming back. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to a different team. Like, I'm done."
Yeah.
He's like, "Okay, sounds good." So for the second half of that season, I went on an absolute tear. Like I was just having fun.
Yeah. There's no
Um,
pressure.
there's
That
no
pressure was
pressure. I was
yeah.
literally there to, like, I was trying to soak up every moment I could, every
Uh-huh.
bus ride, every locker room,
Because you knew
every,
that was gonna be it. And
um,
then like when that like you hear about like the people who actually retire. Like
mhm.
LeBron James probably like Kobe, like they're gonna have the biggest retirement party.
Yep.
But Repavich from Tucson, Arizona, Vale, nobody
No joke.
cares.
Nobody
And
cares.
that like and it sucks. But it's like there
Literally,
wasn't
no
no
one cares.
retirement party for you. Like your mom wasn't like, yo, here's your favorite food. Like
Yeah.
we're gonna all get together because Jake get hung it up. Like,
Yeah.
but that like it's kind of crazy to think like because it's a huge part of our lives that
Yep.
we dedicated so much time to since we were like this big,
Yep.
and there's no like bow tie on it. It's
Hmm.
just fades away.
Yep.
It goes into the abyss and nobody gives a shit.
Yep. Pretty much. And I mean, that is like how life goes. Like you go in chapters, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
um, so that was my
That
big
was your
revelation, is I was like, okay, this one's over.
uh huh
What's next, and how can I not be, approach it so selfishly, or so like it's
yeah
all about me? Like I'm gonna, like, I need to fix my walk with the Lord. Like I think that's a posture I have every day,
uh huh
or I do my very best to have that every day. Um, of like, what more can I do? Like
yeah
I can find a way to be a little bit more humble, or I can find a way to reach out to somebody I haven't talked to in a while, or
yeah
get in the Word, or take care of my wife, take care of my kids, raise them up right. And so, um, but yeah, dude, it was nerve wracking. Like getting, it was super fun. Like finishing the season, I think I played a ton of golf with the guys. Like I didn't work out all that much. I
uh
wasn't
huh
taking it all that serious, but still trying to play well. and finish right. And I finished exactly the way I wanted to. And I remember like uh, we ended up winning our conference, won a couple of playoff
Mm-hmm.
games, and then ended up losing.
So what was
But
your last at bet? I know that's what you remember, but I feel like that's something you
yeah, it
remember. Like
was.
you get a hit off you, you walk them, you Kate them
I
up.
went in. No, I went into a. I went into a pinch. It was at those miners. I don't remember where they were in Illinois
Uh
somewhere, I
huh.
think. But went into a pinch, got out of a jam. I was out of the pen the whole back
Yeah.
half of the year, so I didn't
Okay.
start. Um, and I think I ended up going a couple innings to get to our
Yeah.
eighth inning guy and then our closer. Um, and yeah, I punched a few out in the end. Like I don't remember
But
exactly
you
how
don't
it
remember
went,
what your
but like
last one is?
I remember it was tough because we had another game I didn't pitch in that last game, so I
Yeah.
didn't like exit that game. Like we're winning. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
we're
So
gonna play again.
you're in the
I
bullpen
might
just
get
like
back in. I don't know.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't
No, you
remember it
don't.
all great. I just
I
remember
know that.
I remember way more the stuff like the interactions with the
The hanging with the
guys and
guys, the
yeah,
locker room,
I remember that
the
way
going to the
more.
bars after the game
Yep.
and like the hang at the hotel.
Hmm.
Yeah. No,
Yep.
like because the reason I asked too, because like I went out of the game of football the way I want to go out. Like I'll never put on pads again, a helmet.
Yep.
I got asked to play arena
I'm right there
ball. I'm
with you.
like, nope, I'm good. I'll play flag football, but that's different. That don't
Yep.
matter. But like to put the helmet on my last play is
Hmm.
a sack,
Perfect.
and I ended the game over.
Exactly how
Clock
you
hit
want it.
zeros. Celebrating, dude. It and like yeah, it's just like because that was such a
Did you
huge part of
know? I
me.
mean, you knew you were done
I
after
knew I
that.
wasn't. I thought about like maybe I'd go try to play in like even that Mexican league or
Hmm.
Europe, like go travel. But then COVID hit, and then I'm like, yeah,
I'm good.
I'm
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. I mean, I remember. Here's what I do remember. I remember walking off. We had our like year end banquet or whatever, where
Yeah.
all the sponsors come out and the fans come out and they
Mm-hmm.
throw a bunch of food out and um, a bunch of blow ups on the field for the kids, and it's like one big
Yeah.
party for
Party. Yeah.
everybody. Yeah. Um, and I remember leaving that and just like staring at the field, and this is something I'll never forget from my dad. He
Sick.
taught me early on, like to take mental screenshots or
Mm-hmm.
snapshots, basically. Like I still remember one of oh gosh, Purple Heart Park. It was after an All Star game or something.
Yeah.
I was
Little
like
League.
11 or
Yeah.
10 something,
Snap.
and we lost, and so but it was like a really fun team. My
Uh
dad was one
huh.
of the coaches, and that's when he told me like, hey, take a mental picture of this.
Uh
Like
huh.
remember the field, remember the smells, look at the scoreboard, like take it in.
Yeah.
So I remember doing that and just looking around and going like, okay, I'm never
This
going to
is
put
it.
cleats on again. I'm never going to, dress out.
You're
I'm
never
never
gonna
going to
touch the
I'm not
rubber.
doing alumni games. I'm not doing,
Uh huh.
victory lane softball or whatever nonsense
Yeah.
goes
I've
on out
seen that.
there. Like I'm good. I'll
Yeah.
walk. And
And
honestly, dude, I stopped watching the game. I
uh
stopped
huh.
paying attention to like even the MLB and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
um,
But that's like crazy
yeah,
because I'm like the complete out.
like I
Like I
was
still
done.
play flag football. I'm like I'll go play softball. I'll go play baseball. Should I go
Hmm.
play pick up basketball? And I'm just
Hmm.
like even basketball. I'm like
Yeah,
I think I
I still
can.
get a competitive edge. Like I
No,
got to
you
go
play
play
golf,
golf every
and then I
while,
just
once
picked
in a
up
while.
golf too,
Yeah,
and it's like, but it's I don't know. I feel like I always got to do something that like
I love that because it is a constant reminder of like how bad you are. You know what I
oh
mean? Like it
golf.
almost kind of like is like a well, you're the only one here. Like it wasn't a team thing.
Yeah,
Like if you screwed it up, like it's your fault. So
yeah.
um,
And then if you
yeah,
play,
you go out to like
if you play,
compete, but then you also get humbled a little bit,
uh
and it's
huh.
good to
And then if
check
you play a
yourself.
scramble, it's like, oh, good shot, dog. Or
Yeah,
then it's like if you guys both have
yeah,
shots, it's like, oh,
falls
like
apart.
we
Yeah,
both suck.
yeah. So I mean,
Mm-hmm. But
I
no,
find a
it's
way to scratch the itch, but
yeah,
I'll
you'll
never go
never
back to
touch.
it. And it's not in like a cynical way at all. It's just
No, it's just
I closed it out the way I wanted to close it out,
yeah.
and um,
But it's just cool how
yeah.
different people have that because it's
Hmm.
like you got guys that will go play men's league until they're 40, 50.
Yep.
I think there's like a 70 plus men's league,
Oh, I'm sure.
and I'm
Yeah,
just
there's some
yeah.
wild stuff out
It's
there.
but it's like
When I
people
look
want
at
to
the dudes, like this was played a part into like realizing this wasn't gonna pan out when I was in the
uh-huh.
Frontier League. Is looking around and seeing how many dudes. One, they're single. Two, they're like 30 plus years old.
Yeah.
Um,
They're
They've been
basically
in
where.
indie ball for like
Could you
7 years or
imagine
something.
still chasing that dream now?
No shot.
Yeah,
No shot. And there were some of those dudes like they could not. They just couldn't let it go.
yeah.
And um, every once in a while you get somebody to sign out of there when they're later in their
Mm-hmm.
career, but
Well, because you hear those. What was
it's
that guy for
rare. Yeah.
The White Sox that went on a tear? He was hitting like 400. He was like
Mm-hmm.
in the Pecos League or something.
Yep.
And it's like you get those, but then they phase out. They burn out quicker.
Yep.
They because they're I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Well, I
So
remember Luis Gomez when he got drafted to the Braves.
Braves. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
we used to talk all the time, and he was
Okay.
like, "Dude, there's this dude that's unfucking real.
Yeah.
Like the ball sounds different off the bat. This guy's throws are like money.
Yeah.
Turned out to be Ronald Acuna.
No kidding.
Dude, he called and he's like, and I was like in high school still, but
That's wild.
I was like, dude, I'm sure he's not that good.
He can't
Like
be
he's
that
like,
great,
he can't
yeah.
be that good. But this dude, literally, probably the best player in baseball right now.
Easily. Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotta be.
and
Up
he's just
there.
like, dude, literally, he's like, dude, this dude's unreal.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's kind of wild. Like I didn't run into any like big names like that.
Mhm.
Like it wasn't, it was a competitive league, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. It's one of the better ones, but it wasn't anything
It
like
wasn't,
too
yeah,
wild.
but it's like
So,
it's just like the different paths that
Mhm.
people take, and
yeah.
yeah. So
So I ended up getting home. I had no clue what I was doing. I had no clue. I think
because now you got
I
to
went
find a
into
way
like
to
a little bit of depression
yeah.
too.
Now you
Like
got to find a way to make money.
I'm like, okay, I got this sports management degree that I know I definitely don't want to do anything with. Like I'm good. I don't want to sell tickets for the Diamondbacks. Like
Or be
I'm good.
athletic director at a high school.
Yeah,
Or
no, hard
yeah.
pass. So I knew I had to do something with my hands. I had to do something active, and so it took me a while to get there.
Uh-huh.
And man, did Maddie have some patience with me through that. That was
So
wild.
was that affecting your guys' marriage a
Oh, for
lot?
sure.
Well, like with her too, because she's an athlete. Well, she
Mhm.
was an athlete too, and so she understood. But it's like, but she was like, dude, like let's get it together.
Figured out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we got to go. Like
Uh huh.
you got to get a job. You got to start
Mhm.
providing. You got to start doing all the right things. And so um, yeah, she ended up having once I kind of pinpointed like, okay, this is the direction I want to go. I wanted to go into the fire department.
Yeah.
I ended up getting my EMT, did a handful of ride-alongs, did some cool stuff, and smack dab in the middle of that, one of the coaches she has or she had at the time at CCV Peoria,
Okay.
her husband was a construction manager for Pulte, and this was like right after COVID hit, so everybody was freaking out, and they're like, "Hey, you should come. Go talk to Scott Grasky. He'll sit down with you and see like, is this something for you or whatever." And I'm
Mhm.
like, "I've never been on a job site before my entire life. I've never done construction. I know nothing about it. Like, what are they interviewing me for? Am I going to go
Mhm.
pick up trash?
Like I know what an
construction
Allen
site or
I know what
something?"
an Allen and a field wrench
I'm
are,
sure.
but
Like, yeah, I'll like figure a couple things out, but like, I don't know the first thing to build in a house. And those dudes were great. Like, I sat down with him, had a really good, like, just basic discussion of like what it is he does over there.
Mhm.
He's just a construction manager. And so I ended up sitting down with one of the area guys, BJ, and for like an hour, this dude blows my ear up on like, what's my character like? What's my work ethic like? How do I communicate? Do you have good
Mhm.
people skills and whatever? And I go through the whole interview, and he's like, "Okay, we'd like to offer you a job." And I was like, "BJ, thank you."
Mhm.
And I didn't even like look at it yet. Like, "Thank you, but I've never done this before. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, are you sure?" Like, I like had to ask him, like, this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Dude, we got you. We would actually prefer a dude with a clean slate. We can teach you our
Uh-huh.
way. Our way is very specific.
Uh-huh.
We want you to
But
come
there's
in and
also
do that."
like, and if you're in it too, it's like there's also like a plus to that too, because it's like you probably see things different than what they see it as.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that adds to the company. It does, you do add value,
Mhm.
even though at the time you're like, yeah, like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, and so I had like such a focus on like I had a lot of empathy for Maddie.
Uh-huh.
She was able to walk away from a couple of those extra jobs. Like she just
Yeah.
stuck with Stars, hasn't left since over at CCV, and I'm like, okay, making good,
Mm-hmm.
making good money. Got a couple raises, got monthly bonuses. Like it really
Mm-hmm.
started to flow. But then I quickly learned the better job you do, the reward for that's more work.
Yeah.
So I was carrying 30 houses, and then I was carrying 50 houses, and then I think by the time I ended up leaving there, I had at least 80, I think, in my
Mm-hmm.
head, which was wild. Um, but had an awesome mentor there. He taught me everything
Mm-hmm.
I know.
And at this point,
Ron's
how was
awesome.
your like faith at this point? Do you feel like it was stronger than ever?
No, no, it wasn't. I mean,
Or,
not stronger than ever. I think my faith was it was better. It
it was
wasn't where
like,
it needed to
but it
be.
was like falling where it needed. Yeah, it was
Yeah, it
like
was
kind of
more
falling.
like okay, I had my fun.
Uh
I
huh.
got to do what I wanted to do. That part of me is gone. Like let's get to work.
Yeah.
Like I'm excited about. I want to have kids. Like I want to buy
Mm-hmm.
a house. I want to like get our lives started
Yeah.
because we spent the first 2.5 years of our marriage
Me.
like
Yeah.
basically just trying to
Her supporting
survive.
me. Yeah.
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 And so I had a really strong sense of urgency, which I think was good. But I didn't back down from more work.
Uh huh.
I think I started going in at like 5 or 6 in the morning till 3. Then it became 4:30 in the morning till 4 at night, and
Mm-hmm.
then 4 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And I was just gone all the time and just burning myself out. And
Mm-hmm.
so again, the Lord provides in wild ways. I ended up getting a call from a couple of the guys at CCV, and they were like, "Hey, we have one guy right now that's
Mm-hmm.
over construction. We're going to build out a team." They
Oh,
were
and then
starting to get into like,
CCV too is a church. It's a big church.
sorry,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
church
Just
we
like,
go
yeah,
to,
it's a big church
Phoenix
out here
Mega
in Phoenix.
Church.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yep,
they got campuses everywhere. They're doing great things. Yeah.
yeah. We're local for now.
Uh huh.
We've got a couple campuses outside of Phoenix now, but we're going to be expanding that here pretty soon. So,
Yeah.
anyways, they were like, "Hey, we're at." I think at the time they had 14 campuses,
Uh huh.
and like one or two dudes running all of them from like a
Yeah.
construction standpoint. And so, um, when that came up, I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, I get to do this." And though, you know, and again, not to say I thought my faith was in like a bad spot at Pulte. I
Uh
think I
huh.
was just like I
In the
had my head
grind.
down. I was just blind.
Yeah, just grinding.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
working.
because that's such easy. Like especially us, it's like it's such an easy thing to do. Like
Mhm.
I'm just gonna put my head down and grind. Like
Yep.
I don't know if it's like an athlete mindset or I think it's also just a man mindset, especially like man that wants somebody to like something in their life and have a purpose. And it's like I
Yep.
want to have value to me.
Yep.
So you just put your head down and just grind.
Yep. Yep. And I
And
knew I had plenty to learn too. Like
and
I was
like
the least experienced dude out there.
yeah.
So I had a bit of a chip on my
hmm
shoulder too.
So like, which is I think is a very important part. Is like I want to hear like you're grinding and then you were able to have your first kid. What was that?
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is
What a
like
roller
yeah, a
coaster.
blessing.
It was
Yeah,
amazing. Yeah. Brooks is such an amazing kid. He's so intuitive.
uh
He's
huh,
super smart. Large personality. Like he's
yeah,
not afraid to talk to you. He's not
uh
afraid to
huh,
have fun. And he's just smiling all the
yeah.
time. He's just
Do you
smiling.
remember how she told you that,
Yeah.
she was pregnant?
Yeah. We were in John Carr's. We were staying in a casita. John Carr's a close family friend of
Uh
ours.
huh,
Now work for him at
yeah,
CCV. Love him. And we were staying in their casita, and I ended up going to pick up some breakfast for Maddie. We love hot bagels right down the street.
yeah,
Go grab breakfast. I come home, and like everything that morning was like totally normal morning. Like
uh huh. It wasn't
nothing
expecting
crazy.
anything.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was just like, okay, whatever. We go get breakfast. We were gonna watch some football. Like that was gonna be it. That was gonna be our day. And I come home and she's just bawling her eyes out on the couch. And I'm like, what happened? Like,
uh
what is
huh,
wrong? And tears of joy, but
yeah.
also like of like total shock. Not total shock. I shouldn't
Because
say
yeah,
that.
it's like yeah, I was
Like
crying.
we weren't like stopping anything either. Like we weren't trying, but we weren't not
Oh, I
trying.
see. Okay.
And so she was like it was more like it's finally here. Like
Yeah.
holy cow, that
Uh
happened
huh.
fast. Like it was a little bit
Mm-hmm.
quicker than what we thought, but all good. And she holds up the pregnancy test or whatever, and so we celebrated, and um, it was a rough pregnancy
Uh
for
huh.
sure. We didn't really know what to expect.
Yeah.
And long story short, just before it was like 3 weeks before Brooks was born, He's already tracking to be like this massive kid.
Yeah.
Like I think he was at our last like big appointment or whatever. He was 8+ pounds or
Yeah, which
something.
like is already
We're
big
like,
for a
holy
baby that's
cow! Like
born.
he's got like another
Yeah,
3 weeks.
my niece was born. She was like 6 pounds.
Yeah.
So it's like she's big boy.
So 3 weeks before he was born, her dad passed of a heart attack.
Yeah.
And her mom found him, came home from work. And long story short, like we didn't even get a call from her. We got a call from her sister. We were just sitting on our couch. And her sister calls me, and I'm like, why is she calling me? Like, we're both together, it's at night, like we're both at home. And like, why wouldn't she just call Maddie? And so she calls me, and she's crying really hard, like super emotional, and she just tells me like, hey, there's 2 fire engines out front. I'm scared to go in the house. Like, I don't know where Walker is. I don't know where my mom is. Like, her car's here, but I don't know where she is. And so I put the phone on speaker so Maddie could hear everything, and we hightailed it to the car. We were probably, dude, I could have got into some serious trouble, but we were going way too fast down 67th Avenue to try and get over there. And Maddie goes, 8.5 months pregnant, whatever, sprinting dead uphill. They have a big like downhill driveway or whatever. Climbs this hill, goes bursting in through the house. I pick up Kenzie. I ran into one of the engineers. Like, I turned the corner of the fire truck, smacked him, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And he goes, "Oh, it's okay. Who are you?" I'm like, "I'm the son-in-law." He goes, "Okay, I would get inside."
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. And then I kind of like look up at the house, and like all the other firefighters, like nobody's moving fast. Like they're kind of just walking, like picking up gear and like packing.
There's no sense of urgency,
like,
so you're like, this is probably
okay,
not.
this is
and
not
then
good.
you being in the fire department for a little, it's like that's not a good sign.
Yeah, there's no ambulance. Like nobody.
They're not in a rush. They're not
like,
oh, we need to get this guy to the hospital.
And so we go in, and Maddie's on the floor, like right at the doorway with her mom. They're both sobbing really hard, and I went into like, all right, I got to figure this out. Like sometimes as men, we just do that. It's totally unnecessary.
Yeah,
like, but it is what it is. Like, what am I gonna provide here? So I went like looking through the house, turned the corner in the kitchen, and I saw him on the floor. The captain was in there, and he told me what happened. Said it was a heart attack, and then he also hit his head on the countertop on the way down. So the scene wasn't great.
So if the heart attack didn't get him, it was also
that probably,
yeah.
So he was just filling his cup up with water in the fridge.
And so how'd you feel like you could have been there for like Maddie at the time? Did you like? Because it's always like, because it's got to be different when it's somebody that's like, because that's your family at this point. It's your father-in-law
for sure.
So it's like, it's different when you find out somebody's grandma died and you're like, oh, dude, I'm sorry, or somebody's mom that you've never met. It's like, I'm sorry to hear that. But this one's like, because you had a relationship with the dude, and then it's like, but that's her dad.
Yeah.
So,
and I loved him so much. He was an amazing dude. His heart was after God.
Because I met the dude once before your wedding, because I was and then he seemed like such a good dude. Like just like
literally
good, like would be like, he's one of those dudes, like he's your friend the first time you meet him.
Yep.
And
if you're in trouble at 4:00 in the morning, like that's the dude.
Yeah.
A lot of other.
So like when I remember when I found out, because it was like posted online, and I was just like, and I think I texted you guys, and just like, and it's just like, but it was like, I've only met the dude once, but it also felt like a loss for me.
Yeah.
And it was like,
it was tough.
Yeah. And then so
that was,
and how did, so like, 2-3 weeks before.
So dude, it was an absolute like gauntlet of
emotions, and just,
it was just
it was just probably just felt like a dream that you couldn't wake up from.
Yeah, a little bit. The gap I saw was in support of the family. I mean, there's so many things to work through when something like that happens. So I was really honestly just trying to help. Obviously Maddie's my priority. Like, I had to make sure, one, she didn't go into labor early. So I'm trying to get her off her feet, try and keep the emotions down. I mean, they couldn't, but like especially right before you're going to have her first kid, and her dad's not going to be there, like emotionally. And I'm going to let her go into,
but like emotionally,
I'm being a little
Yeah,
vague right now, but
but like emotionally, like how do you be there for your wife when?
I think I mean, dude, I just lived in constant prayer. I was
Yeah,
just talking to
because it's
Jesus
like out of your
nonstop.
hands.
Yeah.
It's out of your hands. Like you just
I'm
like
like,
you.
just show me one more opportunity. I remember praying this prayer a lot. Like, show me one more opportunity where I can help. Show me, like, give me one more
Uh huh.
chance to do something,
Because
or
like that just seems like the scary. Like there's a lot of scary, but that just seems like one of the scariest things that you would never think of.
Mhm.
It's like losing your father-in-law a couple weeks before your first
Yeah.
born, and because that's supposed to be the moment where it's like everybody. That's supposed to be the
Hmm.
peak,
Yep.
and
So Chris and I like,
he wasn't so like even when your son was born, beautiful moment, I'm
mhm.
sure, but there was probably a sense of emptiness with her dad not being there.
I'm gonna let her chime into that
But
because
like even for
that's
you
her
though,
thing. Yeah, it was. No, you're
yeah,
spot on. Like, it absolutely was. Like, it was um, hard to take a moment like that of such joy, like
and then
holding on
it's
to your first boy,
and there's
and
also like a
go,
little bit of guilt with
ugh,
your dad or parents, both of them being there, like
yeah,
and
yeah. I think obviously
and you can't view it that
my
way,
parents
but
are, they're like, especially my dad. Like,
yeah,
um, he was so aware of what was going on,
uh huh,
and doing his best to, like, he's a grandfather. He wants to
yeah,
celebrate, and should be fun. But I watched him hone in on Maddie and set aside, like, all of his own
mm-hmm.
desire to, like, he, of course, he
Make
held
sure,
him and played with Brooks, and,
yeah,
like, he's an amazing grandfather, Brooks. Like, they're
uh huh,
inseparable. They have so much fun together. But at the time, I just watched them, like, just crowd around her and
which
just
is
take care of her.
beautiful.
Yeah, which was amazing.
I got chills, dog.
So
Like it's
yeah,
like, dude,
it
that's
was
what
it's
because I know
wild.
your family. Like they're so like they treat me like I'm
Oh,
their
you're
son
another
too.
son.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
like
sure.
and it's awesome. So it's
Yep.
like I'm like I like the reason I got chills because it's like yeah I know that's what they did.
Yeah.
It's like a no brainer.
No brainer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that, they didn't hesitate. And I think the part, at least from my perspective, like, I saw this gap in, like, okay, there's a lot of, like, logistical things that need to get done. Um, you know, you got Walker, Maddie's
Uh
youngest
huh.
brother. That night was off at youth group that night. Like, he didn't even know what
Yeah.
happened. And so I called him, he came home. Um, and he had a phenomenal friend. His name's Cooper, that sat with him all night long.
Yeah.
Stayed with him. So I felt pretty good about them. And Kenzie was, her sister was, obviously, brokenhearted and just in a wreck. But there was, you know, like, Chris had a handful of trucks, that needed to get taken care of. There was Tammy decided, like, she wanted to sell the house. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
want out of this
Well, how
place.
do you like
You
no
can't.
like
There's no
you
way.
walk in that kitchen and that's all you see.
No, no. I mean, um, yeah, it was for sure, like, that had to happen.
Yeah.
And so, um, a lot of that, then a lot of family obviously coming into town.
Yeah.
Chris was very involved in the community. Had
Mm-hmm.
so many friends. And so, I mean, I think we ended up having to do the funeral in the main auditorium at CCB because it was over 1,000 people that
Yeah.
showed up to this thing.
Well, he was a stud
So,
athlete too. Like yeah, I remember
no joke, football player, won a
yeah
natty
he
with
went
GCC.
yeah
Yeah.
Glendale and
Hmm.
yeah and he was a quarterback I think I
Quarterback.
remember and
Yep.
where do you end
And then went to
NAU
NAU.
yeah
Yeah.
like so it's like
Yep.
he used his platform and also and like you said like meet him he's your best friend
Oh, yeah. And then
yeah
went on to be,
and that's why he probably
he
had
was
thousands of
the
people
GM alum Cadillac for a
yeah
long time. And then he was back when they called them neighborhood pastors or associate pastors
mm-hmm.
now, but he was a neighborhood pastor at the Scottsdale campus.
Yeah so it's just like
Um,
a guy
so he just
yeah
had, like, so many connections, and he was just such a large personality.
uh-huh
So with Kenzie and Walker, like, obviously I was watching them really close and
yeah because they're
trying to
in
help
high
her
school
mom as
still
much as I
right.
could.
They're
Oh
still in
yeah,
high
they were
school, I
still in
think.
high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like even like because you guys are I mean early 20s, which is not grown, but or like
Yeah, we were young.
mid early 20s,
Hmm.
and it's like which not grown at all. Like looking at now,
Yeah.
but at the time you feel grown. But then
Yeah.
like especially high school, like I could not imagine losing
Yeah. I mean, it
a
was wild,
parent.
and the coolest part about it was seeing everybody come together.
Yeah.
The
Well,
church came behind us big time. Like,
yeah.
I think we double barreled long bed trailers in the driveway, and
Uh-huh.
it was like, hey, this stuff we're keeping, this stuff we're throwing away. Tammy and I were just outside like making calls.
Hmm.
We had almost had like too many people that were just
Yeah.
wanting to
Trying to
help
help. Yeah.
and help her out.
You better
And
have too
so
many than too little.
yeah, so I
Yeah.
think, and then fast forward 3 weeks, we have Brooks. Man, I mean, that was a tough
A mix
birth.
of
And again,
emotions,
I'm
like,
gonna let her divulge
yeah,
into
but
a lot
like,
of this,
but
but like,
great too, because it's like now you had your second kid, just a year old now,
yeah,
and it's just like things look like they're going up, and yeah, dude, like at the end of the day,
we're
we're
just
just,
we're just focused on just making one good decision after the next,
hmm,
and just trying to relish the days with the boys while they're young, and
uh-huh,
raise them up right, like teach them Jesus and teach them
yep,
how to work hard and
because
how to have
eventually they're
fun
gonna
and
be in our shoes right now, like figuring life out, and
figuring
we
it out.
gotta, like,
Yep.
we're all living life for the first time, so it's just fun, dude,
Yeah.
like raising
Yeah.
them, and
It's pretty
like, dude,
wild.
and I see it, just like I'm just proud of you too,
Appreciate you.
dude, like you're fucking awesome, dude. Just like do it, like, yeah, dude. Building church, like, even I don't even, dude. I do you. You're just gonna do something amazing, even like if it wasn't baseball. It didn't matter. If
Lord's
it was.
blessed us with some awesome opportunities, and
Uh huh.
that's just the way I'm trying to
Uh huh.
just stay humble and go about it.
Yeah.
Just focus on what's important.
Yeah. So I got a question, because like obviously you're a man, and like, but do you still feel like a baseball player, or you think you're
No,
no? See, I still
no,
feel like I'm a, like, it's always gonna be part of, like, it's
no, dude,
since
it
you're
was
an
such a hard,
identity.
fast stop that
So
I was
you're just
like,
washed up. It's done.
yeah,
I'm done. I'm
yeah,
not a ball player anymore. It's not, but dude, that's
no,
awesome, and dude, yeah.
no. There are so many.
I
We've
think it,
already
dude,
seen. There are so many better things out there. I
yeah.
mean, it
But
was
dude,
a
I think once
blessing
a
for
baseball
sure,
player,
but
you're always a baseball player.
I mean,
That's the way
maybe.
I view it. That's like I played. Yeah. I don't know. That's just
Yeah.
the way I
Oh,
think.
I hear
But
you. I mean, there's still that like that part of me. Like I can sit down and watch a game, and
yeah,
especially if it's like I
uh,
love watching the College World Series. Like it's
yeah,
just an
dude. I'm still like,
absolute blast.
yeah,
So I still get a little fired up with that, and like I don't know, like I think what's way more fun. And again, I never played soccer my
uh
entire life,
huh,
but like we just finished Brooks's third soccer season.
yeah,
Um, and like coaching him and just being on the field with
uh
him,
huh.
I have
You
so
think
much
you could
joy
have been a
doing
soccer
that.
player?
Oh God, no, it's terrible.
See, I think I'm just like,
Freaking with three left
I'm
feet.
very delusional when it comes to like being an athlete. Because
No,
I watch UFC, I'm like, I can do that shit. When that's
yeah,
like realistically, I'll
probably
get
not.
knocked the fuck out. But
Yep.
then I get look at the only one I'd say basketball, because like I'm not fucking 6 plus.
Yeah,
But like I see football, I like see guys run around. I'm like, I can do that shit. I can cover like baseball. I'm like, I can hit that shit.
I know my limits.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
my
I'm
limits.
good.
I'm delusional
I'm
as
good.
fuck when it comes to that. But no, but and I think I almost got to take that and like apply it to like real life things, because like I don't think I'm smart, and I'm just like, oh, I can't, like, I don't understand how those like people can like make millions, or like people who
Hmm.
actually like do when you, the way you view them, you put like other people like almost like, and I wouldn't say pedestal, but it's like
Yeah.
you view them high, and it's like I
Hmm.
don't feel that, but I think I need to do that, not as an, because I do it athlete wise, like I can do that shit, so I
Yeah.
think I got to take that like and apply it to that side of life. But dude, I view you, I'm like, this guy's a stud, like big. I'm like, dude, you got to figure it out.
Now,
But yeah, but then it's like, yeah, but yeah, I appreciate you.
I think here's the thing with that. Um, we all the ground is even at the foot of the cross.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't deserve the life I've got. I mean, I'm just grateful for the opportunity and the just the way God's provided for us and just took
Mm-hmm.
care of us. I
Yeah.
mean, we've been through a lot. Like we've been through ups and downs and through loss and through joy.
Uh
Two
huh.
amazing boys at home, and I think it's just a daily reminder to go like, you're not as good as you think you are, but you're also not as bad as you think you are.
Yeah.
And if your faith is in the right spot, then the Lord's gonna take care of you
Yeah.
and provide for you.
Yeah.
So the more you can turn it over and give it up, like that is the thing that got us through. Like, and again, I'll let Maddie get into like
Yeah.
some more of this stuff. But like Brooks's birth was, I mean, she was very close to dying on the table. You know, and that was a total open hand moment.
So yeah,
for
this
us.
is just like a couple like she's
Little
gonna
teaser.
be a dude teasers, dude.
Yep.
That one's gonna be good, I feel. And yeah, so like yeah, I think people are gonna enjoy this pod. I think like when they listen, but yeah, dude. Well, we're about to go play some simulation golf.
Let's go play some golf,
dude. Let's go play some
Absolutely.
golf. But dude, I appreciate you hopping on the pod.
Absolutely.
You're a brother for life.
Appreciate
dude.
you having me. You're the man.
Yeah, dude. You're the man.
Love
Fucking
you.
Devin.
All right, dude.
Solid. Let's get it.
Let's go.